question. Do you think there is such a thing as being born with a frugal gene? Let's talk about it on this bonus No Frills audio upload. Back in a minute. Hey, good afternoon. I was about to say good morning from habit. Good afternoon, good afternoon. How are ya? Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and I really love helping people to keep some more of their own hard-earned money. I have to tell this to myself too, because every day is a new challenge represented. I'm telling you, some of my bills have gone up astronomically, astronomically. And it's not because I'm a New Yorker, it's because it's been an across the board thing with many, many people. So, as far as the question, are we born with the frugal gene? I don't think so, because I know I was totally not born with a frugal gene. I was I'm talking about like back in my teenage years and in my, below that, I'm not thinking of frugality. What kid is thinking of frugality at age 9 or 10? Maybe some are. Actually, I have to correct myself here. I did know a couple. I did know a couple. Yep, yep. I have to correct myself there. But it wasn't me. This came later on in life. And you know what? It's really important to really respect the value of whatever currency you're using, respect it because it is so vital. It is so important. Why am I bringing all this up to you right now? I want to let you know that I am grateful that I am frugal. How many of you listening are grateful to be frugal? Some people think it's a life of deprivation. Anyone that is truly frugal laughs when they hear people say, "How can you live such a deprived life?" Frugal people make wise choices deliberately. Okay, that's another show, and I've actually touched upon the specifics on the subject a number of times, and I will again in the future. But that's not what this show is about today. This show is about appreciation of the idea of the concept of being frugal and how it can come in handy in many ways. Now, I'm just bringing this up. Many people, I've delayed bringing this up. I've delayed bringing this up for a little while now, but I've been seeing more and more creators mentioning how things have changed in let's just say in the revenue arena. Without getting item specific, that is accurate. Let's just say that it is accurate. It is across the board, and that's why I want to mention that I am very grateful for all those who listen and to view these videos. I'm even extra grateful for that because with the rising expenses and the lowering of, that is not a match made in heaven. Rising expenses and lowering of. So I just want to let you know, truly, truly appreciative and even more appreciative about being a frugal person. You see, when you're frugal people usually have a plan B in mind. So one of the things that is very, very important in life, and this is true, grandma used to say it, probably great grandma used to say it. Well, one of my grandmothers probably said it with a little accent in an adorable manner about not putting all of your eggs in one basket. It's the truth. Do not, I don't care what generation is listening to this little message today, do not put all of your eggs in one basket. What does that mean? That means don't like put all of your effort, energy, attention, and focus and thinking and only counting on one source of income. That's the truth. Now, idealistically, some people they would love that. It's just simpler. Well, I just want to stay laser focused. But to be honest, what if there's a sudden and inexplicable income reduction, income loss, or complete loss of that income, for example? I'll give you a case in point. Not complete, but this is what happens. Every day you click on my videos, right? You've been clicking on my videos, so what? Going on 5 years? Nothing has changed. I still am a daily content creator, right? As far as you're concerned, you get your videos every single day. and I want you to. That is my decision. That is my choice to give out what I consider to be important messages. And like I always say, Steve Young says the same thing. JB Breaks Reset feels the same way. If we can help at least one viewer or listener a day, we accomplish one of our goals. Okay. That has not changed. But since I would say since October, let's say the what's the word I'm looking for? The net results that has changed like halfway in the negative. And it's okay. This is life. This happens. Times change, this and that. But then let's combine that with increases in other things. It's just not a match made in heaven. Do I rely on that thing that we're talking about? Not really. Not really. It's a nice thing. It's an extra thing. It's something that I like to put away for savings. That was my goal. Okay. I'm disappointed that the savings, couldn't be better. So what has happened? The fact that it's across the board, and I mean, okay, first I heard one person complain, content creator, then I heard another on their videos, no less. So I was like biting my lip on this like for months. And I says, well, since so many other people are on the bandwagon, just say it. But what I want to say is that for those who have been loyal viewers and listeners, I cannot tell you how much it is appreciated. That's really one of the main messages today. And no, I wasn't born frugal. But can I tell you something? It's times like that we're in now. It's times that like we're in now that I am very grateful that I adapted to and learned how to be frugal. I love my rule of half. I love thinking twice. I'll give you an example. Okay. Many times people come over, have company, and they're so used to me offering them a bottle of water. Well, guess what? It's going to be water, but not in a bottle. You're going to get it in a good old cup. I had to make necessary adjustments because why? Because in my case, I was spending way too much money, and I mean way too much money on bottled water. Now, for emergencies and to keep bottled water handy in the event of, an emergency, that's different. And that's what that's going to be remaining for. That is not going to be given out as guest water bottles. I mean, I was always, I had, because I'm a generous, natured individual. I like to offer people, oh, would you like a bottle of water to go? Would you? No, I had to make a little modification there. And this actually is going to be affecting some of the folks, to come over for a visit. Well, they're going to get clean water because they bought that pitcher system, which, by the way, in so many ways, I want to allude to that for a brief second. Talk about a frugal decision that was really multi beneficial. I don't miss having to buy extra bags for recycling to throw away all the bottles. Like, if let's just say you get 24 bottles, right, in the case, and you buy a few cases a month. I mean, that's a lot of bottles going in a lot of bags. So I'm not only saving, I'm saving on use of that extra plastic. I'm saving on use of extra needing extra recycle bags. I'm slowing it down. This was a complete winner. Like I said, in the only case to where it's going to be a little bit awkward is for the folks that are always used to me handing them a individual bottle of water. They'll just have to have it in a nice, pretty cup. What could I say? Or glass. Or have a hot cup of Joe. There you go. Adaptation. Has anything, this is my question for you. Has anything in the last 6 to 8 months changed for you in terms of your habits? Have you been buying less, let's say, seltzer or less soda, or you stop using as much milk? Or I'm just curious to know, have you decreased your use of eggs? I mean, this is getting real here now. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing like when it's like a real thing that has like really affected you type thing. That's what the whole point of this video is. I would have to say everybody in some way, shape, manner, or form has been affected by things. Will it get better? It's my hope. And if it doesn't get better, we just keep adapting because we are meant to be strong. We are strong people. We don't sit around crying and crying over things. We take action. And that's another thing that frugal people love to do. We take action and we plan ahead. Yes, we do. We plan ahead. So when I saw that numbers were going down, 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 I'm like, wait a minute, I don't get it. I have more subscribers now than I did a year and a half ago. And yet these numbers are going down. I make the same amount of videos, if not maybe one or two extra per month. And I was like scratching my head, baffled. But part of it, of course, is the fact that, habits have changed, lifestyles have changed, and, things have changed greatly, since a few years back. But everyone has been affected, even content creators. So a big shout out to every content creator that despite all of your good works and wonderful efforts, do know we appreciate you. Just saying, just saying. All right, everybody, listen, you guys have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning for a Saturday morning um, upload. All right, talk to you then. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Oh, please don't forget to do this. This is really important. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care of yourselves and each other.